beautiful. You brighten up my day.
Hey guys, Chelsea Coffey here at the Coffee Break, and today's What to Wear Coffee Break chat is all about fashion. This week in Houston is Fashion Houston, which is the closest thing we have to a fashion week. It's 4 days of shows, and what I've noticed over time is that more often than not, you come across people who are insecure about what they're wearing at these fashion events. They don't know what to wear, or even if they did have, the pieces, they wouldn't know how to put it together. So I wanted to kind of walk you guys through the looks that I pulled for the week. Once again, in certain cities, especially Houston, you just never know what the weather's going to be like from one day to the next. So I have everything ranging from more of like a warmer fall look all the way down to it's freezing outside, what am I going to do? So one of the funnest things for me about fashion is that I treat it absolutely as like persona building. So say for instance, if one morning I wake up and I want to be, 70s fab, I go for it. If there's another morning I wake up and I just feel very professional and very chic and classy, I go for like more of a conservative look. So there's just a whole range to have plenty of fun with, and these looks that I pulled definitely reflect that. So let's get started. So the very first look that I pulled, it is kind of my in-between. It's funky and fun, but it definitely has like more of a cleaned up polished look. So what I did was I layered a lot. I'm always cold. I don't know if you guys are already catching on to that. So for me, my goal is always to feel cute but be warm at the same time. And sometimes that means I'll sacrifice being as cute as I want to be comfortable. So the look that I pulled here is a full turtleneck. I added it with a form-fitting, full-length, long-sleeve dress. As you can see here, it's slinky and it's great because it follows your curves really nicely, especially that's good for layering. And the top I pulled over it is a high-low sheer top, which is really nice because if I take off the cape, I can have the pattern of the dress seen through the actual top itself. And then last but not least, of course, I added it with a cape. And the reason why I really like this outfit in particular is because it gives a lot of texture, and because I shop at Forever 21 a lot. So for me, my goal is always to find a way to get pieces that are fairly accessible, but coordinate them and layer them in such a way that even if I come across somebody who has it on, I'll make it my own and I won't have to feel like a repeat. So the next piece that I pulled is a really fun two-piece set. Actually, it's a suit, and the suit is all white, which is always, you're playing with fire whenever you wear all white. I put it with a lace leotard, and then of course the white blazer jacket, another cape, and this cape is a perfect match for the suit because it's super formal, the lines are really clean, and it doesn't have the same casual feel as this other one. And of course, a more polished, chic scarf. So this is like actually what I wore for the first look of Fashion Houston, and it's kind of like two extremes. I either wear hats when it's really, really hot outside or really, really cold, and lately it's been freezing. So hats have been such a fun addition to my wardrobe, and even having natural hair, I still have a lot of fun with hats because maybe if typically I would wear a style with the hat sitting upright, if I have my hair natural and curly, I'll push it back like that and let it sit on the back of my hair since it's so strong and sturdy. Okay, so the next look that I have Okay, so for this next look, it's full on, it's cold outside, I want to feel good, but I want to be warm. It's almost my ultimate cold weather layering. So I can get away without a coat, but the poncho will do. So what I did is I have another turtleneck. This one's a little bit more lightweight because of all the layering. I have this really nice tunic style sweater that I love. It's got a little bit of a high-low look going as well. And then I put this hooded poncho with it. Part of the reason why I love ponchos so much is a lot of them do come with the hood, which is great when it's just like freezing and you want to get away from the wind. It's a great way to break it up. And with something like this, I would put either like a really heavy legging, or maybe just like a straight leg pant, or maybe even a flare if you want to do something kind of funky and fun. It's really up to you, but the main idea is just figuring out how to layer You know, have fun, don't be afraid to mix patterns. This is a really long top, so you kind of float in wherever you go. It's just a lot of fun all together. And last but not least, I want to show you guys my like full-on 70s fab, I don't have a care in the world look. So this look here that I pulled is basically like my full-on fashion style when I'm just like having fun and I just want to go for whatever it is that I feel that day, which every other day seems to be 70s inspired, just because I love 70s fashion, music, just so many different parts of the 70s culture era. So what I have here is another turtleneck. Keep in mind it's winter time while I'm making this. So I have here another turtleneck. I have a top that I added. It's a high-low, and the reason why I like to add it is I'm really big on like texture and like movement. I feel like whenever I go in a room, I always want to have like something that's like flowing with the vibe that I'm channeling out, you know what I mean? So this is kind of, you know, so this is a great way to do that. And last but not least, I have this awesome faux fur coat that I got, and I just love it because it's unbelievably warm and it matches so many different things. I've actually been really excited to see how many different looks I've been able to put it with. And then I'd love to match something like this with maybe a pair of oxblood pants like this, or maybe a flare jean if I want to be super funky and rock my afro. So all in all, when you're getting ready to go to an event, especially one that maybe you're going to be a little nervous about, really think about kind of like channeling a persona. Like, I know there are different singers and celebrities and things like that who, you know, they're famous for their, you know, alter ego or whatever, but sometimes tap into that, because if you are nervous about going to something, or if you are nervous about approaching a situation, if you're like, well, I'm just going to be 70s chic and that's the end of it, you go in there and you own that vibe. So I hope this is helpful. If you like what you saw, share it. If you'd like to stay in the loop and get connected with the Coffee Break, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chelsea_Alexa. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.